Welcome friends. In this video we'll discuss the next part of compass surveying. Till now we have discussed regarding the introductory part of compass surveying. In that we have seen the definition of basic terms like meridian. After that we have also discussed the terms like angle, bearing. We have discussed the types of bearing. After that we have discussed the systems of measurements of bearing, that is quadrantal bearing system and whole circle bearing system. So these are the measurement systems in which we prefer to measure the bearing of a line. Bearing is nothing but angular distance of line from any reference line. Okay, suppose this is reference line north, magnetic north it is. If this is a given line, then this angular distance may be called as a bearing of this line. If this line is OA, so this is the whole circle bearing of this line OA. We have discussed regarding the representation of bearing in whole circle bearing system and quadrantal bearing system. We have also discussed the conversion of quadrantal bearing to whole circle bearing and whole circle bearing to quadrantal bearing. Today we will discuss some part of fore bearing, back bearing. We'll try to see how to measure the fore bearing of line, back bearing of line. What if there is the error between this fore bearing and back bearing? So we'll see this in this video. So let's start with the definition of fore bearing. Till now we have discussed how to measure the bearing of line. Now let's see how to use this bearing for obtaining the maps. In any survey, if we want to plot a line on a ground, it has two end points, one which is starting point and the second one is end point. Now in order to judge the line, the progress of line, we should take bearing of line at starting point and at end point as well. Now these two bearing taken at starting point and end points have different name for this line. So the bearing of line taken at starting point is called as fore bearing, whereas the bearing of line taken at end point of line, that is called as back bearing. Okay, so let's define this fore bearing. Bearing of line taken at starting point with respect to north in the direction of progress of survey. This is called as fore bearing. Okay, so if this is line AB, suppose we are moving from point A to B in this survey. In this case, If this is north, then bearing of line measured with respect to north in the direction of progress of survey, that is called as forebearing. Whereas the back bearing will be, again it is bearing with respect to north in the opposite direction of progress of survey. It is generally taken at end point, and this will be the back bearing for line. Now let's see what is meaning of taking bearing in the direction of progress of survey. It means that we are keeping the instrument at this point and we are bisecting the ranging rod at B. It means we are keeping instrument at this point and we are bisecting ranging rod which is kept at B. Whereas in the case of back bearing, we will keep our instrument at B position and will go in reverse direction to keep the ranging rod at A. So it means that we are keeping the instrument at point B, that is our compass, at B, and we are bisecting ranging rod at A, that is back bearing. So let's define back bearing. Whole definition is same. Bearing of a line taken at end point of line with respect to north in the opposite direction of progress of survey. So this is definition of back bearing. Now for this line here, this angular distance is bearing, forebearing, FB, whereas this angular distance is back bearing, this is BB. Okay, now if you extend this part of line, you can see that this angle and this angle, these two angles are same as per the law of geometry. Now it means that this total angle is comprises of this smaller angle plus this angle on one side of this line, which is 180. So we can write relation between forebearing and back bearing as forebearing plus or minus back bearing, plus or minus 180 is equal to back bearing. Or one can also write like this: forebearing equal to back bearing plus or minus 180. So this is the formula for forebearing, or the relation between forebearing and back bearing. It means that forebearing and back bearing always had a difference of 180 degree. Okay, they always have one difference of 180 degree. Now let's see how to measure this forebearing of line when the back bearing of line is given only. Back bearing is given, then how to measure forebearing? Okay, if back bearing of line is 140 degree, so we'll draw that line. (140 degree) is back bearing of line. Okay, so this is the This will be in second quadrant. Now this is back bearing, so this it should be end point of line. So here somewhere it will be the starting point of line. So for that line, this angular distance must be the bearing, forebearing of line, as this is back bearing. So forebearing should be equal to, now we can see that if we extend this part of line, this angle and this angle is same, so it has some extra angular distance. So we can write the formula for forebearing as from this figure, forebearing equal to back bearing plus 180. This angle is equal to back bearing plus this angle on other side, so that is 180 degree. So it will be 140 plus 180, it should be 320 degree. So forebearing of line is 320 degree. 320 degree. Okay. Now let's solve some more in example in order to understand this. If a line has a forebearing of 40 degree, then how much will be the back bearing? So let's draw the line. If this is the starting point of line, they have given this angle as forebearing of line. So let's draw. If this is 40 degree, this is, if suppose this is line AB, we have to measure the back bearing, or we have to compute the back bearing. It means we want to know this angular distance. Okay, now we can see that here this angle and this angle is same. Back bearing have this angle extra, so back bearing will be equal to forebearing plus 180 degree. So it is 40 degree plus 180 degree, it should be 220 degree. So back bearing of line is 220 degree. So this is how we'll find out the forebearing and back bearing of line. It means that if a line, if the forebearing of line is given, then we can calculate the back bearing. If back bearing of line is given, then we can calculate the forebearing. And we also come to know that the difference between forebearing and back bearing must be 180 degree in any condition. If this is not 180 degree, then what will be the case? So if the difference between forebearing and back bearing is not 180 degree, then in this case we call this as case of local attraction. Now let's see how to compute this local attraction. What is this local attraction? Okay. Local attraction. So local attraction is nothing but the error arised in the compass measurement due to external magnetic field. That may be in the form of metal pin, metal watch, wristwatch, I am saying, any magnetic field external magnetic field, or so electric flux, magnetic flux, sorry, so etc. So it is local attraction is error arised in the compass measurement due to external magnetic field that may be in the form of pin, metal pin, watch, magnetic field, magnetic flux. So because of which what happens is the magnetic needle gets deflected from its original position. We know that when we suspend the magnetic needle freely in the space, it shows north-south direction. But if it shows north-south direction, but if any magnet, any other magnet or magnetic field or metal or magnetic flux brought in the magnetic field of this needle, then this magnetic needle